Yeah.
So I know that you had talked to me once before, and we'll put it out there for everyone else. So you were thinking like, should we reincorporate
Yeah.
mental institutions where the actual patient goes there and stays there
Yeah.
for a lengthy amount of time here in America?
More
Now,
than 2 weeks.
yeah.
Mhm.
Guarantee. Because what is 2 weeks gonna do?
Yeah.
Especially if you're on drugs, what is that gonna do? So I don't know, because you know how like nowadays in 2024, a
Was
lot of the issues that people discuss with their provider and all of that, and the provider in turn say, "Hey, you are suffering from X, Y, and Z." It seems like everybody is suffering from X, Y, and Z,
right.
meaning there's always a mental health involved in everything we do. So how would you be able to determine who really needs to be in a facility like that if they bring it back versus somebody that really needs to get their mental stability together? Like, how would you even do that, man?
See, Kane, that's a great question, but see, this I'm pretty much leaning that we should bring them facilities back.
Hmm.
And I can't say how long the stay would be, but this will be a lot of money, probably at the taxpayers and some private donors. But we have a lot of people in the United States that's maybe walking around that clearly are going through some type of psychiatric they need some type of psychiatric help.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not just saying of a person with maybe, let's say, schizophrenia that's on medications, that's doing the things that they need to do and just uh living a normal life, or normal life to them, which as possible. But the individuals, let's say, that's in maybe the homeless community, that's getting picked up for vagrancy, and law enforcement knows this individual that clearly has that's always in a mental health crisis. They're living in an altered reality, and they're just walking around. They want to stay on the streets. They're messing with people. Back in the day, when we did have those facilities, they would just lock people up and put them there, and they wasn't highly monitored. If we bring back these facilities, they have to be highly monitored. We'll have to. They have to get a correlation of doctors together and see what criteria these people will fall in to get the proper help and treatment. Uh,
Okay. A lot of those people. Let's stick with the homeless. Let's, because I know you brought that up. So
yeah,
those
yeah, I
individuals
did.
that are homeless and they're suffering from mental health disorders or whatever,
Yes, yes,
and they're not, one, taking their medication, or
right,
they are taking the medication on top of drugs.
right,
So it's not acting or reacting like it should be.
right.
So you take them to the facility. Now they're monitored. They can't have the drugs,
Hmm.
the illegal drugs, and they're able to force them to have the medication on a daily basis. But then, does that work in the long term?
Well,
Meaning, if I'm there for 2 to 3 months and now all I'm doing is taking the drugs that I don't like, but you say is what I need to be sane. To be sane and be in society, I need to take these drugs. But then once I'm released after 90 days or 6 months or whatever it is, I'm released. Do you think those are repeat offenders? Do
well,
you think that they will, like, man, I ain't taking that no more. I hate the way it makes me feel. I feel
well,
like I'm in mental chains.
and you know what, Kane? Great point again. But with that facility, it'll have to be a detox facility too, because you're right. A lot of people that's out on the street and people that's not in out on the street, they're using abusing uh, drugs too, along with the medication. So the side effects of that could be
Yeah,
catastrophic.
yeah,
So it'll have to be a detox facility too. So you're going to be getting it all at this
yes. You're gonna
facility.
detox
You're going to have
from it, but
detox, but then look, you're going to have programs to help these individuals. Individuals have to want to be sober and not on these illegal drugs and then
Of
take their
course, I
medication.
agree.
But
I agree.
we already know anybody that's addicted to drugs and congregation. I know you have a lot of us might have family members. You know, you have a personal testimony of a family member that's been addicted to some type of drug or that have mental health issues and they're just out there. So we all this it doesn't matter what demographic you're part of. This is just the reality of what's going on in the world today. So we get these individuals in that facility and
Mhm.
hopefully getting them off drugs if they're addicted to drugs or
Yeah,
whatever
of course.
type of addiction it is, and
Mhm.
then they're taking their medication. And we know trying to do these get people off of drugs, it might be 4 or 5 times. It may be that they relapse because it's done, they've been doing it for so long before they can get themselves right. So I mean, we're just talking about it. This just a surface. I mean, we're just a
I get it.
surface
I get
level.
it. I get it.
Yeah,
And you say that yeah, there'll be repeat offenders, but
it could be. Yes.
yeah, yeah, of course. But I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
thinking like, what if the and now I'm sticking with the homeless again. What if the homeless cannot afford the prescriptions that they say that they need to for the rest of their life? That
Can,
psychiatrist says that. So now are we saying that the government and collectively society is going to pay for these individuals to get that for the rest of their life? Because it doesn't seem like you're ever going to get off of these medications.
well, depending on what type of diagnosis they have, they may never. They
Yeah.
may
How do
never
they afford it then?
look. Like I said, this is going to be. It'll be an expensive
See,
project. It will
see,
be. Look. That's why I said.
see.
I don't know if I. Well, we was talking without while we
Hmm.
was not recording,
Hmm.
but it'll be some of taxpayer money. Some big private donors will have to, you know how they talk, and hey, you're gonna donate this amount of money to us because this is what we trying to do for the people, and we'll go about it that way. You
So
know,
do you think that it should
private
be
donors and
socialized? Do you think that the medication should be socialized into the community? Like having the government and the citizens and the private donors, whoever. You think that we should all pool our money together to socialize
look at you. I
the
see. There you go.
medication
That was
for
real slick of you.
what? I'm
No,
just
no, no, why you
asking.
smiling, Canaanite?
I'm
Look,
just
nobody said anything about socialism. That's where you trying to
No, but
go.
I'm just saying, like, how would it get done? How
Look,
would it
look,
get done?
hey, look,
You ain't gonna
like
get
they
all
have.
of you're not gonna be afforded because remember these are a lot of people,
Yeah, it is. It is.
millions.
Yes, it is.
Millions. So
But
how are we going to be able to pay for? And I'm not. I was just talking about the homeless population, but you got some people that are not homeless but still can't afford it. So
right, right,
we
right.
should just make it free. The
No, well, well,
pharmaceutical companies say, hey man, give that to us for free. We'll buy
well,
some other stuff from you, but give us the mental health medication for free, so we can give it to our and give that to everybody. So
give us.
everybody reacts the same. Everybody feels the same because I don't know how those medications may affect you, but if everybody's taking them, 50, 60% of people are taking them because everybody has a mental health crisis or going through something of some sort, then
Kane.
you're going to have some drugged up people here in
Well,
America.
I see what you're saying, but they already drugged up. Let's
Now I'm
not
just talking
make these
about
people. But
legal drugs.
yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah,
talking about.
yes. But we're talking about for this facility, people that need to go. Everybody does not need to go to the facility, Kane. Everybody doesn't. Okay, but the people that's out here wondering that don't know that just a break in reality. It's always a break. We see people out there, maybe some of the panhandling or people who's not doing. Um,
You
let's
assuming
see.
this though. You
Yeah.
assuming this.
I'm assuming this
Yeah, you're
because
assuming that they need to be locked up in a
well,
facility
not
like that.
But look, if
You
they're
just said it.
getting
You
arrested,
just
yeah, yeah,
said,
yeah, 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 Kane, yeah, it is some people that need to be in these
but how you
psychiatric
know?
facilities. That's gonna
This
be with the correlation.
homelessness doesn't
I'm
equate
not
to
saying that.
mental health.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't.
Okay.
I'm not even trying to allude to that, but I can tell you that is because I done dealt with a lot of homeless individuals, just
Okay.
talking with them, and
Okay. Okay.
uh, different things of that nature.
Mhm.
Um, that needs some type of help, that needs to, hey, you talk to them, yeah, I was on this, and there's some of them have said, yeah, I was taking this type of uh medication, but it didn't make me feel good, or
Mhm.
it took away my inhibitions to be intimate with somebody, so I
Mhm.
didn't want to do that,
Mhm.
and then I have to
Mhm.
take this medication, and then it has this side effect.
Yep.
Well, I can't give you all of the answers right now, but if a person needs to be in this facility, and we have some individuals that commit crime or whatever, they say, okay, it's a psychotic break. If that's proven, maybe they can go to this facility also. Okay.
So when somebody, you've seen this in the legal system where
Yeah. Yeah.
they try to get off on mental health, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And it was a crime of passion or
Yeah.
whatever. Are you gonna lock them up in that facility versus a regular jail facility? Are you saying that that's where they need to be in a
No.
mental health facility because they just broke at that particular moment?
Well, no. That's for the courts to decide, and this the doctors that's qualified to make that decision.
But what makes you
Definitely not
qualified
us.
though? What makes you qualified?
The psychiatrists, we're not
Okay.
psychiatrists,
Uh-huh.
so we're not psychiatrists. The qualified people, definitely when somebody commits a horrific crime,
Hmm.
and you're right, they might claim mental illness.
Yeah.
Then they break, they let them meet with doctors for however long, and then they decide if that person's is mentally stable to stand trial or not, or they need to be um medicated or whatever. Was
Mm.
that individual responsible for that crime? That's not for us to decide. That's just for those
I'm
professionals.
I'm I'm curious. I'm curious, congregation in the comments, man. What do y'all think about psychiatric docs and them determining if you are sane or not sane? Have any of you, maybe some of our congregation are providers in the mental health field? Let us know what y'all think about that because I've dealt with in my experience that it's just my experience. It's not no one else's, but I've dealt with providers that in the mental health field that don't have it all together either.
Kane.
You know what I mean? Like they
Okay.
don't have it
Look,
all
look,
together.
Kane.
You're in charge of taking care of
Kane.
people and talking to people, but you can't even talk some amongst your own staff.
Look.
Like I've now just this is mine. This is what I've witnessed. Not to say it's happening everywhere. I never once said it's happening everywhere. But
Right.
however, I've witnessed how they act and react to situations. So how do I see that this particular individual that's a psychiatrist or a psychologist is able to help someone else out when they can't even figure out their own problems, in their own space, their
Well,
own situations.
I can't give you pretty much a rebuttal to that. I'll just say
Hmm.
this, okay?
Hmm.
They're qualified in their job to do their job. Okay. As long as they're doing their job correctly, they might not um
Subjective though.
talk to they might not talk to their subordinates uh good, or they might not be good on their paperwork, or they might um have a
What?
dirty house, or might be just a dirty individual, but when it comes to their job, they can do their job.
You
So
sure?
uh, we
We'll
still
pray
have
about it, right?
uh,
We'll
yeah,
pray about it. We'll
don't
pray that
okay,
what they know and what they
good.
learned in
But
school is exactly
you
what.
going somewhere else,
No, I'm just saying.
only
I'm just
because
saying because this is going to fund these. These are the people that are going to be
right.
working at these facilities
But
that you just mentioned, man.
let me ask you this. Do you believe it should be some facilities uh like that? Well, I mean, we building all the prisons. We continue to build prisons. But
Yeah.
what about the people that need some type of psychiatric do we need psychiatric institutions?
I
That's
don't know. I don't know. I don't know about having an institution like that because I feel like it'll get a lot of people that don't need to be there will be there due to a judgment call.
mm,
And they may
You
say,
run the
"Oh
risk
well,
on that too.
yeah, you run that risk, and then now you got people in there that don't need to be there or whatever, and everybody's got a mental health.
Yeah, but we're
Everybody.
not talking about just
No,
for
I'm just saying, like that's
yeah.
what we're saying. Like this person here needs to be over there because of whatever reason, or
Yes.
the judge decides you need to be go over there
Mhm.
because of the way that you've been acting or whatever in this courtroom. I'm gonna assign you over there to blah 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 blah, and to be seen and treated or whatever, and then they can go from there. You know.
Well, I just think that with what's going on in this around the United States,
Hmm.
that we do need to have a couple of facilities that's going to be highly
Couple? Why a couple? Well,
well.
if you're gonna go with it, you're gonna run with it, right? Like you might as well say, I'm
Right.
gonna have quite a few of them in different states, depending on the
Yeah, different
population.
states. This United States.
Different,
Yes,
depending
yes,
on the
yes.
population. If it's a high,
Right.
if it's in Cali,
Right.
we need about 15 of them. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah.
Yeah, up and down that up and down the coast.
Yes, yes,
You
yes,
need it because
yes.
I mean, how can you be able to determine which place needs more than others or whatever, right?
Right. It'll be the population as far as the big city.
Yeah.
You'll want to have
Millions, man.
yeah.
Everybody's gonna be considered, mental health disorder.
Okay.
It's gonna
But
be so many, man.
that's fine. That's fine. But just because you have some type of mental disorder does not mean you need to go to that facility. The people
You just
that's
need to take medicine then, right?
well, some people are taking medicine. I know you might not
I'm talking about
believe.
the ones that don't. That you remember because you said you've dealt with people that don't like the way it makes them feel.
Yes.
You think that
And
that's the
usually
only
when
person that
people
does that? There's a lot of
no,
people
it's a
that
lot. I
don't like the
know.
way that this
Dang.
medication is doing
A
what it's doing to them.
100%. I'm in agreement with that. I know that. I've talked to individuals
So do you
about
think
that.
that God, created
Uh-oh.
this?
Uh-oh. He go everywhere.
What?
My bad. Go ahead. Go
What?
ahead. Don't
I'm
put
just
nothing on the
saying.
Lord now. Don't put
No, I'm
nothing
just
on my
saying. You
God.
think that God wants us to be taking this medication like this
Look, I'm gonna tell
because
you
it's
this right
because
here.
it's man creation?
Look,
It's
look, look.
man creation, and God said, I gave you the skills to make this, and this is what these individuals, because
Thank
you
you.
were born a certain way, and I need these individuals to take this medication that I given the gift to man to make. Is that what
Thank
you're
you.
saying?
Look, God, so merciful, and loving, but he blessed man to be able to create. Okay. And you know, God helped enhance the person to, they can operate on our bodies. We do heart transplants, all of these different things. It's because of God. That's what I'm gonna say right there. So making these drugs to maybe help with a person's chemical imbalance or whatever's going on in a psychiatric area is fine. It was fine if it's gonna help and benefit that individual to lead and live a better life. So yes,
Okay,
yeah,
cool. Congregation, what y'all think about this? What y'all think? What we need to build more facilities so we can go ahead and lock up these
to
people
store it.
that
No, no,
what
this
we
boy.
got to lock them up for at least three
He,
months, right?
he
Three
got
to
a good
six
play
months.
on words,
No,
but
man,
anyway,
this is what it is. We got to lock them
yeah,
up. If judge says it needs to happen, if the provider says it needs to happen, crime of passion, whatever, get caught up with drugs and all this, we can detox them. That's what Mitch says. Let's detox them at this
detox them
facility.
first.
Yeah, let's get them away from all that and pump them up with some drugs just to keep them sane or whatever while they're in this facility, and then be able to pay for these drugs when they get out of
Well,
the facility.
well, and
That's just to sum it all up.
another, yeah, that is, that is. I appreciate that, but like with Medicaid, I think Medicaid, it helped like single uh people with their kids and low income families. So maybe Medicaid will be paying for that also. And so I mean, we don't have all the answers. We just breaking the
Hmm.
surface with this. But I think it's a good topic because I think they do need to have some institutions where people can come and get treatment. There's not the
But long term treatment. Yeah, that's what you're
yeah
saying.
long term. Yeah,
Yeah, because
3 weeks.
They can get treatment at the ED or whatever, right? They can get treatment there, and they'll take them up to the mental health floor or whatever, and talk to them and keep them there for so many hours or whatever. But
Yes,
what
but
you're saying,
continued care,
you need to pack your bags, because
continued
we're
care.
gonna feed you, we're gonna provide everything, do activities, we're gonna do everything with you in this facility.
Yes,
Okay. All right.
yes, yes.
In the
That's
comments, let us know,
awesome.
y'all.
What
Let
do
us know
y'all
what y'all
think?
think. What y'all think. Give us a thumbs up, man. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. If you made it this far, I hope you did, or whatever. I mean, we're just kind of going back and forth
Yeah.
about some, topics or whatever. And it's an interesting topic. It's interesting.
Mm.
Do you think we need them? Do you think we need to reinstate them, or do you think that what we have is what is good enough, right now or whatever? So,
And
anything else,
that's
bro?
nothing. That's nothing. But interesting topic.
Yeah,
Please put in the comments what you think about it. Should we bring them back or not?
yeah,
Should we
for sure.
bring them back or not?
Yeah, yeah, guarantee. And that's the uncomfortable truth. Hey, baby. For sure.
Do something. Okay. Justice for Peanut.
Right below me, hey, we have a playlist of similar interests and social issues and things that you are interested into. Click on it.
And congregation. Just where I'm pointing. This is what YouTube recommends for you to watch because of the content that you've seen of us. Click it,
For sure.
watch
Do
it,
it for us
and
below.
share it.